So I'll just introduce myself. I'm Karuna. I'm the founder and executive director of Mind Oasis, and we are just so grateful for the many members we have. We're coming up on almost 1,000 of you. Of course, this is Going Inward, which is a month-long exploration where we're using Jung Pueblo's book, which if you can pick it up, it's really an amazing book filled with lots of little inspirational tidbits. It's poetry, but it's bite-sized and just lovely. And so this is the third part in a 5-part series that I'm offering in the Meditation Center for free. So I'm so happy you're both here. And it's sort of an opportunity, if you're not a member of community meditation, to get a sort of taste for what community meditation is like. We offer that several times each day. So let's go ahead and get started. This is just a short practice. We usually wrap up by about 20 after the hour. So we'll take a good seat. If there's anything you need to do to settle in, another cup of or another sip of tea or water, lighting a little incense. If there's any movement that would feel good for you today, just a little self-care. And then you're most welcome to meditate with your eyes open or closed. There's advantages both ways, but for the check-in, I like to turn the gaze inward and close the eyes. And for 1 minute, we're just going to notice the difference between the sound of my voice, the movement that you've had in your day so far, and stillness and quiet. So just for 1 minute, a noticing. In the last 2 weeks, we've explored peace and calm by going inward. This week, we are exploring insight. And while there is an insight meditation called Vipassana, that's not exactly what we're going to do. Instead, a little bit more accessible for those of us who are maybe starting out with a practice or who's getting into a groove of consistent practice. We're going to use insight as an informant of who we are in this moment. So it will feel very similar to the check-in that we use in community meditation, and there's a reason for that. The check-in is designed to give us insight into our experience as a human being in this moment, and then to use that throughout the day, right? If we discover that we're feeling a little cranky, it's probably not the day to bring up a big triggering topic between you and a partner or you and a boss, right? Not the day. The day for that is when you feel grounded. So we have to understand our inner landscape and how it informs our outer experience. So taking a moment here and first just noticing how you're feeling physically today. I like to think of this like a spelunker in the cave, shining the light from within, noticing the cracks and crevices. And we're not trying to change anything. This is simply a noticing how you're feeling physically today. And then you'll take 3 full satisfying breaths and feel the movement of breath in your body. These could be full breaths, slow breaths, whatever you like. But feeling the physical sensation of breath in your body. And then seeing if there's one area in your physical body that you noticed was tense. I'm noticing my stomach is very tense in this moment, and just see if there's any softening available to you. And then noticing how you're feeling emotionally today. What emotions are present? It's Monday, there might be excitement, there could be dread, there could be something else altogether. Again, it's a noticing. And then taking a peek at the mind, the state of your mind. Does it feel vast and open, receptive, curious? Maybe it's still sleepy for our West Coast friends. And then feeling as if you have a blanket of air all around you. Feel the air on your skin surrounding you like a blanket. All 360 degrees, noticing clothing on skin, hair on skin, and this blanket of air around you. And taking a moment here to notice where you begin and where the end of the air begins. Where do the two meet? Noticing the sounds around you, trying to find the furthest away sound. And then finding a sound that's close, maybe even within. And then allowing your attention to move between these two sounds, finding the furthest away and finding the closest. It can be a little challenging, but work a little bit at it this morning. It's okay. And then coming back within and noticing any taste in your mouth. Seeing if you can pinpoint where you can taste the taste and where you don't taste the taste. Explore just a little bit. Noticing any any scent in your room. And how you experience this on the inside the nostrils. See if you can find a scent, an outside scent coming within. And then whether your eyes are open or closed, noticing sensation here, light and shadow, periphery. And then just for a moment, flashing on your overall being, you say your name to yourself, comprised of all of these elements we just went through: the physical body, the breath, the emotional body, the state of mind. And for a moment, just noticing all of you, complete and whole. One being comprised of many parts. And then for a moment, we'll notice our own heartbeat, just a soft touch. When the heart is beating, we know that we're alive. And then beginning to allow your mind's eye to travel outside of you, noticing the other beings in your home. They could be pets, they could be humans, they could be an insect with a heartbeat. Connecting with the beings outside of your home. We had a big bear come through at 4 a.m. But maybe where you live, it's a lizard or a deer, the scurrying of little mice. And just allow your mind's eye then to move out into your neighborhood, perhaps touching the heart of a neighbor that you know, and maybe a neighbor that you see but you don't know. And then moving further out and imagining all these little heartbeats, all the people driving their children to school, all the people on their way to work, on their way to bed from work, moving out to the interstate, people moving to and fro, and then lifting up into the air, all these beings moving around the world. And just allow yourself to connect heart to heart with all of these folks. All of the little beings too. And for a moment before we wrap up, just connecting with the movement and the vibrancy of this world. And your heart connection to them. And then you can begin to drop that and come back within you, inward. Noticing the breath in your body, the movement of your blood, the movement of your heart. Yung Pueblo writes, they asked her, how did you free yourself? And she answered, by embracing my own power. They asked her, what does it mean to love yourself? And she answered, it means to uncover and release whatever keeps you from true happiness, to love, honor, and accept every single part of you, especially those that are kept in the dark. It means to observe yourself continually with the utmost honesty and without judgment. Loving yourself means striving to reach new heights of self-understanding so as to cultivate the wisdom that inner peace requires. I'll read the last part one more time. Just allow the words to come in through your ears and land on your heart. What does it mean to love yourself? It means to uncover and release whatever keeps you from true happiness, to love, honor, and accept every single part of you, especially those that are kept in the dark. It means to observe yourself continually with the utmost honesty and without judgment. Loving yourself means striving to reach new heights of self-understanding so as to cultivate the wisdom that inner peace requires. So we'll take just one more minute to sit quietly together in community. We'll draw in a full satisfying breath, and if you'd like and it resonates, you can place a hand over your heart space, sealing in the goodness of what we've done here, and extending the wish for insight, wisdom, compassion, love to all beings. May all beings be happy and free. And then wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe taking a stretch. I should know what we're exploring next week, but I don't know off the top of my head, but we'll be here for session 4 of our Going Inward. And in the meantime, we have a silent auction that kicked off today, and you can read all about that in the Meditation Center. And of course, we offer a free 1-week trial for community meditation, so please check it out. It's much more profound even than what I shared with you today, and lots of folks in there that you can connect with. So thank you both for being with me live today, and thank you to anyone who listens to the recording after.